That's the hotel. Which hotels are booked? Why is it booked?
Oh my god.
And what are you doing in the hotel, by the way?
Are you asking me? You know, after COVID, yeah, everybody suddenly came back to school with cars.
Oh, really?
So on Valentine's Day, all the hotels are fully booked.
Girls like me, I like a magnet to a nine. Can like a lighter from the ocean. I stand on my devotion and so
Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing this face for the first time, welcome in and welcome to the game. Please don't make it your last. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And in today's video, as you guys can see, we have a special guest. She's the one and only.
What should I say?
Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Adeze Akubweze and I am also a YouTuber. I'm glad to be here. Period.
Okay, so I'm going to put her social media handles and her YouTube handle on the screen for you guys to see, so you guys will do the needful. So in today's video, you guys should be able to tell
Already.
You should be able to tell, but if you can't tell, I don't know what's wrong with you. Well, today's video we are going to talk about culture shocks in Ghana, but this is specifically going to be limited to a particular topic. But in that topic, we are going to go diverse. You guys are going to enjoy this video, I promise.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about school. She's schooled in Ghana. In fact, she's a Ghanaian.
I don't even think I did a proper introduction.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I like to say Akwa to my people.
Okay.
And also, I think like you said, I studied in Ghana. She studied in Nigeria. Of course, I'm repping.
You can
I don't know,
tell.
like
You can tell.
Like, why you all English?
No, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian.
Yeah,
She's
so
a
like
Ghanaian,
we
so.
just kind of thought about it that it would be cool to like talk about the difference between like studying in Ghana and studying in Nigeria, and I'm like, why not? Yeah, I think it's something that you would enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking forward to like hearing about what it feels like, because I actually never studied like in uni in Nigeria, so I'm looking forward to that.
She's not a Nigerian at this point because we are, you know, we are Nigerians down to
Niger,
down
to
to
the
the
core.
flesh, to the bones. But I don't know where she is. So we're just going to get into the video, right? So we are going to talk about today is fashion in school. If you go to a Nigerian school, you know how the fashion is, but I want her to talk about
Do they
fashion.
know?
Don't worry, that's what I said. I want you to talk about yours first. Then when you're done talking about yours, we'll talk about ours. So I want her to tell us, how is fashion in schools in Ghana? How is it? How do people come to school dressed like?
Okay, so I think in Ghana, I mean, I talked about this in one of my videos, but like in Ghana, they're very simple. And I don't know if things have changed, because I must say that I graduated in 2015, so it's been like
6, 7
right
years.
now I'm feeling old. I feel like my mother saying, no, I graduated in 1980. But like when I was in Ghana, people would literally wear like what they call, is it Dunlop? They call it like the bathroom slippers. People were very simple. Like I think there was a time I went to visit my sister. Like my sister studied in Nigeria, and I went to her uni, and like everybody was like dressed like, I don't know, they dressed like they were going for a party, like atmosphere trouser, makeup, red lips. What? I feel like if you wear makeup and you're going for lectures in Ghana, people will be looking at you like, where are you going? Where do you think you are? So like people in Ghana were very simple. While like when I was there, the fashion was very basic, like top and trouser, you're good to go. In fact, then if my friends and I wore heels to church on Sunday, that was even how they knew we were Nigerians. they're like, what's going on, Omo Niger?
Yeah.
We'll wear heels, we'll wear makeup to church on Sunday for 7 o'clock mass. Yeah, so like it was very simple. I'm like, how was it in Nigeria?
Basically, yeah, schools in Nigeria is a whole different story.
Party.
If you're coming to school in Nigeria, let me talk about myself. When I first entered university, my year 1, year 2, I go to school with a full makeup on. Like I consciously wake up early, sit down, do my makeup, and then if you come to other faculties, other departments, especially theater arts department, everybody is dripping till they drown. It's like you cannot come to theater arts specifically and economics department. You cannot come to that department and see somebody just simply dressed.
Even the guys.
No, everybody is well dressed to school.
Can you guys relate?
Nobody comes to school dressed like, let's just come and have lectures. It's only during exam period you see people like, okay, let's just come and write exams.
Wow.
But if it's normal school hours, everybody's dressed.
Like,
everybody's literally dressed.
my sister will be sewing like new clothes to go back to campus, and I could not relate. I was like, what's all this
going on here?
You're spoiled.
Is it us? Next thing we're going to be talking about today is the admission process. To get into Nigerian university, you have to write your senior WAEC, you have to write JAMB, you have to write GCE. If you didn't pass your WAEC, you still write NECO.
You write NECO for sure.
And then if you're not sure of your WAEC, you can now say, okay, let's write GCE, so everything will be balanced. Like, how is it like getting into schools in Ghana?
It's very different. I mean, I'll speak as a Nigerian that went to Ghana. Like, I literally had to just show them my WAEC results, and in Ghana it's called WASI, but it's pretty much like the same thing. That's all you need. No interview.
Just that.
Just WAEC. Just pass your WAEC. And I'll wait for you to talk about your Nigerian experience before I talk about what these people did to me. How I ended up in Ghana. But yeah, it's very different.
Just like WAEC.
Just like that.
Because they're basically an international student.
Yeah, and it was same thing for Ghanaians. Like, pass your WASI and you can get into uni.
And for us, in our own country, right? WAEC, NECO, JAMB, post-UTME, and GCE.
You still do interview in some schools. You do interview.
Let's not talk about that. Everyone goes through that process.
Yeah, because initially I wasn't supposed to study in Ghana. Like, Ghana was like later on. I did WAEC, I did NECO, I did JAMB. Did I do interview? I think these were the three things I did. I didn't do GC because I didn't need it. Because I passed my WAEC, I passed my JAMB. Oh, I did post UTME. So 4 different exams.
Did you write NECO?
I wrote NECO. And I passed everything. But then at the end of the day, I wanted to do law. And in Nigeria, I think they do that in Ghana too. Like, they have a cut-off mark.
Yeah.
And for me, when I went to print out my results, like my JAMB results, the people at the cyber cafe were like, oh, congrats, you have a good result. They were already telling me congrats in advance. Welcome to the Department of Law. Only for the results to come out, and my name wasn't there. And people that I scored higher than got into school. So it was very frustrating, and at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, you can't even tell me to go and write JAMB again because I didn't fail. You can't tell me go and write WASI again because I didn't fail. So when Ghana came up, I was just like, yeah, I'll just take the opportunity. And the one time I applied to Ghana, I got in.
Who wouldn't take that opportunity?
So yeah.
Personally, yeah, if it's me, I would even take it. I would not even think twice.
I think it's such a long process. I can't even rationalize why we have to like write so many exams to get into school. Like, it's just difficult.
It's a long process, and then after that you have to start registration. Registration is like a month.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So like getting into Nigerian universities, it's a whole new story. Okay, let's talk about when you're in secondary school. You're writing WAEC, you're writing NECO, you're writing JAMB, because I wrote JAMB in secondary school.
Yeah, everybody kind of writes JAMB in SS3.
Yeah, so everything is smooth because your school is doing the registration for you.
Right.
When you now graduate from school, and then you come and start writing post-UTME. Because after JAMB, if you pass your JAMB, you then write post-UTME. So, and even if you pass your JAMB and you fail post-UTME, you cannot get into school.
Yeah, that's true.
You cannot get into school.
You have to
pass JAMB and pass
levels.
post-UTME. So if you even fail JAMB, you won't even think about writing post-UTME.
Yeah,
you just
won't qualify.
But if you pass JAMB, some people can literally pass JAMB with like 300 over 400 and get like 30 over 100 in post-UTME and do not get admission.
Yeah.
So
and mind you,
like,
you would have passed WAEC. WAEC is not even that one. You've already passed it. You have to do other things again to qualify to get in. For me, it's like, don't you guys trust each other? Like, WAEC has already said she's intelligent. NECO has said she's intelligent. Then JAMB is like, no, we have to also show that she's intelligent. Then you now have to do interview again to show no, the JAMB is not correct.
And then some things, and there are sometimes they don't tell you that there are some courses, there are some subjects you should have written in WAEC that you do not write in WAEC. Then you will not be wondering. So, let me say, when I got admission to do law, at first they were like that I should have done biology in school, not economics. Because even when we checked their quota, we saw economics. That's because I don't even like economics. Because of them, that's why we did the economics. I wanted to do biology. But when we saw it, you're not like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to do economics, you're supposed to do biology instead of economics. All of a sudden. So when we now came, after everything, and I had to now write GCE so that I will have biology in my
as a law student,
yeah,
like why?
Funny enough,
what are you trying to prove?
I had to write the GCE to have biology in my results.
So you had to write GCE even though you passed Y.
Just because of one subject, because of biology. So even regardless of that, when admission finally came, they didn't need biology.
Okay, that's all. Next.
We're going to talk about how are lectures in Ghana? Like lectures, must you come to school? Must you not come to school? The lecturers know you guys by names. Do they know like details, lecture halls?
Yeah. Well, for that one, I don't think we're too different from Nigeria. Well, okay, it's kind of tricky. Let me explain. So, like, of course, you studied in Nigeria, I studied in Ghana, then I did my master's in America, so I can kind of compare Ghana to America, but like I kind of feel like Ghana and Nigeria might be similar in the sense that I like in my department in level 100, I think we're like over 200, but the lecture hall was big enough to accommodate us. Like we never had a situation where like when I watched the Nigerian movies where like people are standing by the window or like there are not enough chairs, but then we're still like a lot like for our first year and our second year before people started dropping like majors. Some of my professors knew me by name, but I think it was just maybe because of me. Like I would go to their offices, but it was not like America where we're like 10 in a class and then they know everybody. So it might be the same. Do you have to come for lectures? Me, I'm a good student. I usually go for lectures, but I know that I have friends that didn't really come for lectures all the time, especially if the professor is not like attendance and all of that. So I don't know. It might be kind of similar in a way, but I don't know. What do you think?
In lecture halls in Nigeria, the students are always bigger than the lecture halls.
No, it wasn't the same.
They are always bigger than the lecture halls. Like the students are much. You know, it's a federal university, so it's
mine was federal too.
Oh wow! Students are bigger than the lecture halls, and then you can't, with the way it is, no lecturer can know the students by name. Sometimes when the lecturer comes to teach, the class is scanty. You think, okay, you're teaching just maybe 50 students. On exam day, you see over 200 students in exam hall. You be asking yourself, where are these people coming from? No. So coming to school is not really a thing, except probably people, you're supposed to come to school, but a lot of people don't come to school. They just come maybe when they want to write quizzes or exams.
So what will happen if you didn't know that the professor was going to give like a pop quiz or something? You feel?
Yeah, it happens all the time. But in my faculty, if you miss a quiz, if you're supposed to answer like 3 questions in exam, you answer 4.
No, that was never the case in Ghana. If you miss a quiz, you have to look for a way to go and redo it. You're not going to answer any 4. Like answer all the questions. You're still listening.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess like it's not really
very different. Like
it's almost similar.
Kind of similar. Yeah.
Okay, there's this trend that came out all of a sudden. You know, after COVID, everybody suddenly came back to school with cars, everything in school after COVID, specifically after COVID. Like when school resumed, everybody came back with cars. In school areas, there was traffic and everywhere. Is car a thing in your school? Because if you don't have car in my school, in Nigerian university,
the pressure is getting worse, sir.
If you don't have a car, you'll be jumping buses. Like all that. So what do you have to say? Is that a thing?
So when I was in school, I got into Legon. I went to the University of Ghana, Legon, I didn't mention. And I got into Legon in 2011. So at that time, having a car wasn't really a thing on campus. Like, I don't know, if I had like 20 friends, maybe like only 3 people were driving. Or if I had like 10 friends, only 1 person. And the car they will even be driving is like their father's abandoned car. You know yourself. But I went back to Ghana recently. I just got back from Ghana actually. I went last week. And then when we got to campus, everybody had a car. It was weird. Like I was asking my friend Adobe, I'm like, wait, why is everybody driving?
You know what is going on?
Even people in level 100, everybody is driving a car. It was shocking. And I didn't expect myself to feel as surprised as I felt because obviously it's a car. But like it never used to be a thing. And so like are you talking about after COVID? I wonder what happened. Like,
I don't know.
Is it that after COVID, during COVID, everybody got a job?
Everybody became rich.
Just became rich all of a sudden because it's a pandemic.
I mean, how did people earn money?
It's a pandemic. So I don't know. But during my time, we used to use like campus shuttles, or you enter a taxi. And honestly, there was really no pressure. Like, you wouldn't feel bad if you didn't have a car because nobody really had a car. So there was no pressure. But like, going back now, I feel like if I was in Ghana now, the pressure has gotten worse.
Like, no.
Because if you don't have a car now, you feel left out because everybody was driving, literally.
Yeah, it's like you come out from your class. Everybody's taking up the space.
Like,
lecturers can't even find spaces to park their cars again.
Like, if everybody is now driving, like me when I was in school, out of 10 people, only one person has a car. But now it might be 9 people have cars and one person doesn't have a car. So you might just kind of feel like more competition, or you might find people pressurizing their parents, like give them cars, or just trying to meet up the standard.
Yeah.
Like I said, it might not be a bad thing, but I don't know what changed. That's my own. What changed?
What changed? What are you doing that we are not doing?
I know, right?
Talk about love and relationships. You know, when you enter universities, it's always who is seeing who is dating who is loving up, who is not loving up.
Yeah.
And then there's this rage on Valentine's Day. In my school, you know, there are a lot of hotels in Oka.
Oh, really?
So on Valentine's Day, all the hotels are fully booked. It's not. I'm not like exaggerating.
Are you serious?
All the hotels are fully booked. Nobody's in the school area again.
Wow.
Everybody has disappeared.
Interesting.
And then
is it both people in relationship and people that are not in relationship, or every like specific group of
At
people?
this point, I don't know. Because how is everywhere full? Like, if you go to a hotel on Valentine's Day to book a room, you're wasting your time because everywhere is fully booked. Nobody's at home, and like if you even go to school that day, nobody's in school. Because there was a time it was Valentine's Day, our lecturer had to give us quiz on Valentine's Day just so that we'll come to school.
And people didn't come.
People still didn't come to school. I'm telling you,
Is that like deep? No, really.
What is it like? Do you guys rage about it? Like
I can't relate. I honestly cannot relate, and I don't even think it was a thing of like being an international in Ghana and not really knowing what it's like to be Ghanaian. Like, do you understand? But like for me, I think whenever it was Valentine's Day, you can easily forget it's Valentine's Day when you're in Ghana.
Wow.
Like, the one I remember vividly was that one Valentine's Day, my friends and I, because obviously we're Nigerian, in secondary school, like it was a thing. Like on Valentine's Day, there are like teddy bears all around, flowers, all those fake flowers that they used to give them in secondary school, chocolates. And so like I think it was my first year in Ghana, I just noticed that everybody was acting normal, like, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, move on. Like, in fact, most of the guys were not even around. I think it was like a Saturday, and most of them like went home. I don't know why they went home, like maybe they went home so that they don't have to be bothered by girls or something. But like, that's the hotel. Which hotels are booked? Why is it booked?
Oh my god.
And what are you doing in the hotel, by the way?
Are you asking me? Are you asking me? Graphic.
Wait, so it's that much of a big deal? Like, even people in final year and people in their first year.
Is it because you're in final year you don't fall in love?
I'm like, I can't relate.
No, like it's
telling
really a
you.
thing.
I think it was until like my third year that one of my like very sweet Ghanaian friends like got me flowers and chocolates. It was even weird because, like I said, it was not really like a thing. Like, even if you're talking to like a lot of people, you might not really like, except they're like your partners, like they're like your boyfriends or whatever. But no, I can't relate. I actually cannot.
Ada, you're talking about